What the heck is going on with Nintendo this week? It's been non-stop news, including over the weekend now. We have a Sunday Direct, which is almost unheard of. But you know what? I'm cool with this because it's for the Mario Galaxy movie, baby. We've been waiting for this forever. Finally getting a new, presumably, trailer. How funny would it be if there weren't any trailer here? It's just, let's just talk about the movie. No new footage. We already have a new image at the least, though. I'll pop up on the screen real quick. Of Fire Mario, Fire Luigi. I already made a whole short about this. But Nick, do you know where they are right now?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's right off the desert scene from the last trailer, right? Like where they get off their bikes, they jump off, and they're obviously like in a tunnel or something in the Odyssey level from Mario Odyssey.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure they're actually inside the pyramid. That's the
Yeah.
entrance. We see them using their new fire abilities. It is for the movies. Their fire ability in the movie, which strangely enough, Mario did not use it in the first one at all. But now they're doubling up with Mario and Luigi using it, which is freaking awesome. And what's cool is they're actually using it to like illuminate the way. But I'm getting
Yeah.
ahead of ourselves here. Chat, how are we feeling? Are we hyped? Are you guys were you guys expecting this? I was so Nick, let me tell you this.
Yeah.
I was literally sleeping. I didn't sleep too well last night, so I was asleep. At 8:13, I get a notification on my phone from one of our thumbnail artists, being Mason. He sent me just an image. He made a thumbnail for me already. That's all I saw. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get up and make a video. So if you watch it, like it probably looks like I just woke up in my announcement video, but I had. In any case, I'm so hyped. Nick, how are you feeling though?
I'm hype. I was at the gym when I saw this. Again, it's a Friday random announcement. Like I
So
don't think any of
right.
us saw this
That's
coming.
why I was slipping in. They never announce things on Friday. Of
Yeah.
course, the one time I'm slipping in on Friday, they do. So,
But yeah, this week just felt like a random Nintendo Direct, like a bunch of information just
yep.
scattered all over the place from the Donkey Kong like update to the Mario overview trailer for Super Mario Bros. Wonder Switch 2 edition. And now this. It's like there's been so much information this
Yeah,
week.
not even counting, last week with the Animal Crossing update. I
Yeah.
think there was other tidbits in there too that I'm probably forgetting at this point. It's been busy, but this is it's been building up to this moment, Nick. We're finally seeing more of the Mario Galaxy movie, and again, I appreciate that we actually got a new image too, which as a classic Mario fan, like, I grew up with Super Mario Brothers. The Fire Mario goes, that's basically his first power up, aside
Yeah.
from the mushroom. And so it's awesome to finally see that realized on screen, or going to be realized on screen. And I'm curious to see what more they're going to show of this scene in particular. So we're going to be talking about everything here. Our thoughts on the plot, what this new image tells us, who else we're expecting to see. Chris Pratt, that's some more news. Chris Pratt earlier this week was teasing there's more characters we don't know about. Could they be appearing here? So, Nick, what's your general expectation for this thing? Do you think it's going to blow us away, or yeah?
So I want to go first to like the tweet. I had it pulled up here a second ago. I guess I should go back to it because what did Nintendo specifically say? Because you made a joke about it. You're like, hey, what if it's not actually a trailer? You say that, but it kind of reminds me of the one time they showed off Donkey Kong. I think they had a direct for that, but they did show like a clip it from the movie where Mario's battling Donkey Kong in like the Donkey Kong Country like arena, and then they spent like what, like 5 minutes talking about his design. So could it be that? Could it be like they show off Yoshi for a few seconds and then Miyamoto comes out and it's like, hey, this is how we updated his design? It'd be like, wait, you're talking about it for 5 minutes? I don't know if that's going to be the case though.
So here's the thing. I think, so they called it like an exclusive look, I think, which,
Yeah.
we're definitely getting, I think we can look at the past Mario movie directs and that basically tells us what's going to happen. They're going to, we're going to get the direct, Miyamoto's going to talk about it, or Chris Melandre, I think, the, head guy at Illumination, also on Nintendo's
Yep.
board. And I think there's a very good possibility that they announce more voice actors here, including, there have been some rumors recently based on probably nothing. I don't know, but that Yoshi may not actually have a true, or wait, what was it? I think, no, the rumor was that it may actually be the game voice actor, I forget his name, the composer,
Oh,
voicing Yoshi in the movie as well. I don't know if that's going to end up being the case or not. Whatever the case is, I think they will say what the voice is, or we talk more about that. But I think we will see Yoshi here for sure. And there's any other new characters, I think they could go into the voices for them too. So
yeah, I think Yoshi is definitely a safe bet here. Hearing Yoshi talk would just be such a bizarre thing. I mean, if they want to go that route, they can, but I think they're going to probably try to stick to their guns with the games and just have Yoshi make beeps and boops and stuff. Like how maybe the only word we hear Yoshi say is like Yoshi. That's
it'd
it.
be hilarious if he just sounded like Mario World and you jump on him. Like, that's all he does. Just like that too.
Do you think in the trailer we'll see Mario riding Yoshi?
I think we have to. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, because we already had that leaked render of Mario riding Yoshi,
Yep.
and we've not actually seen Mario in space at all yet in the
No.
trailers. So I think this might be the time to marry the two together. They've been sitting on Yoshi for some reason for a while now, even though he was technically basically the first confirmed new character because he was teased at the end of the first Mario
Yep.
movie. So we've been expecting him. So I think this is the trailer where we're absolutely going to see him. I think we will see Mario riding him, and probably through space as well. We need context for that render now, and I'm really excited to see that. Like, I really want to see how they're characterizing Yoshi. Like, we've seen the leaked render looks very Yoshi-like as expected, but I want to see how they're actually characterizing him and like what his role is in this film. Like, I'm really curious, especially because slight spoiler here potentially. Some of the leaked art, we also got another render of Yoshi with tiny Bowser riding on him, which how does that fit in? So.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen that in a game before. Like both Yoshi and Bowser kind of working side by side at all. Like we've never seen like tiny Bowser on Yoshi ever. So this is something new we're gonna be seeing.
Definitely not in the mainline games. The only times when they kind of work together is in like the spin-off games, like Mario RPG or
Yeah. Okay.
that's really all I can think of right now even. So, but Bowser, yeah, they usually have he seems to have like a bit of a softer edge usually in the RPGs to a degree, not always, but but in any case, it'll be fun to see how they're playing into that here. So, what else are you expecting from this trailer/direct?
Um, I'm expecting Miyamoto to come out and talk about Pikmin at some point.
Oh my
But no,
God.
like joking aside, like but joking aside, I don't know. Like I know Chris Pratt kind of teased that we're gonna see like two new characters or expect two new characters. One of them is definitely Yoshi because we still haven't really seen Yoshi yet in the movie.
Yeah.
The other one, I don't know who to put my finger on. Like Wario, I guess is next in line. But like we've talked before, Andre, like where do you place Wario in this movie? How is Wario gonna be in the Mario movie? I guess world, the cinematic universe, but like he's just kind of like a replica of Mario. Like how do they like describe that or how do they explain that in this movie? It just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. I'm really not expecting Wario in this one. I think it's a little early. It kind of. I mean, we don't need another villain. I would think we already have
Yeah.
Bowser and Bowser Jr. I mean, presumably, though. Again, the whole Yoshi thing kind of may throw a wrench into that. Which maybe Wario is somehow a bigger baddie. Which maybe that makes sense. I. I don't know. Like, I almost wonder if like Bowser Jr. goes like power crazy and trying to like in the process of saving his dad, and maybe Bowser's the one.
Oh,
It's almost like an inverse
yeah.
Bowser's Fury, perhaps.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm not expecting Wario. I know a lot of people speculated the voice of Mega Leg in the first trailer was Wario, but I made a video debunking it in my opinion. I think not that it's impossible, could still be. Honestly, I think the character that stands the best chance of appearing at this point, beyond the ones we know, of course, and Yoshi, is Daisy. Because there's been a big focus on the Sand Kingdom so far. They've gone out of their way recently to reconnect Daisy to a sand region, including a Mario Kart giving her a literal palace in the desert. And
Yeah.
I think if there were to be another, I think if there were to be another character, it is very likely to be Daisy. I think. I wouldn't bet my life on it, but I think there's a good chance. Because if not, like, if you want to introduce Daisy later, how do you do that? Like in another Sand Kingdom, or do you ignore the Sand Kingdom part and just rework that whole thing? Because technically in Mario Land, she's in charge of 4 different like biomes that are part of a larger kingdom. It's not just a sand, not just a desert. But they kind of seemingly have locked into the desert more recently. So I don't know.
That's the thing. Like, I don't know how, like, what role Daisy plays in this movie with Rosalina, Bowser Jr., and Yoshi
Right.
there. Like, maybe this mystery character that Chris Pratt was kind of teasing to is someone as, like, bizarre or obscured as, what's his name from the first movie, Spike. What if it's just, like, a random character that we just completely did not think about? I was like, oh, okay.
I would honestly be cool with this. We already have Rosalina, Bowser Jr., and Yoshi. That's 3
Yeah.
major new characters on top of the original cast minus Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong and Cranky Kong.
Cranky Kong, yeah, presumably. So yeah, it's already going to be like a pretty crowded landscape, and I don't know if we don't need everyone yet, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's good to hold on to some of those characters, but I do think if there were time for Daisy, now would be it. But again, what is her role? Like, we don't even fully know what Mario and Luigi are doing in the desert here. I've had some speculation, so what I'm kind of thinking is I'm betting you that the Mario and Luigi scenes earlier into the movie. This is before they
Yep.
even go into space. We don't know why exactly yet. But what we do know now is they're racing through the desert on the motorcycles. They go to the pyramid, and now seemingly go into the pyramid thanks to the artwork. In which, if you missed my short, I point out all the reasons why. But you can even see like little sand dunes behind them. This is almost certainly inside the inverted pyramid. I like that they're using fireballs again to kind of like light the way so they can see. Now, what are they looking for though? So my only speculation is that on the outside of the pyramid you can see Knuckletech, like the head of Knuckletech,
Oh
the
yeah,
boss fight from Mario Odyssey. And in that game, he was a guardian of the wedding
the
band, the
ring.
wedding ring. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, which we know Bowser used to try and marry Princess Peach. So I wonder, is that related somehow? Like, is Mario trying to get the wedding ring? Is he going to propose to Peach here? Like, it's a little big, which is a little odd. Maybe they'll shrink it in the movie. Maybe there's some other purpose. Maybe they know Bowser wants it for some reason because he's gonna try to propose to Peach again. But then again, Bowser is still presumably kidnapped. Like, I mean, I guess we don't know how this all fits in. We know Bowser Jr. is going to go rescue Bowser at some point. So is the desert scene after that? Probably. Now that I'm thinking about it more, right?
I think this is going to be the intro to the movie. I think we're going to start at the desert scene. I think it's going to be like maybe a mission or just Mario and Luigi actually working together outside of their typical plumbing skills that we've seen in the first movie, starting being in like New York City. But yeah, like what are they looking for here? The wedding ring is what makes the most sense, but is Mario going to be proposing to Peach? Like, is that his reason why he's all the way out here? Like,
yeah,
I don't know what that means.
what kind of time jump are we talking here? Like, if
Yeah.
this is the next day, that might be a little soon there, Mario. And we don't want to get shot down like in Mario Odyssey once again. You've
Yeah.
had enough of that. So, it probably, honestly, my gut reaction is probably not the wedding ring. It is probably some other purpose
Yeah.
they're going to the desert for. Though that is kind of like a possible fun connection. So then, okay, if we assume,
Wait,
so
I just saw something. Could it be like Toad is missing or something, and they have to go rescue him? Like Peach is like, "Oh, well, I haven't seen Toad in days, and last time I saw him, he was out going in the desert. Can you guys go looking for him?"
so here's the problem potentially is that we already know from the first trailer that Peach and Toad are together
They
at
go
the
into
castle
space,
and they
yeah.
go into space, right? And that is after the castle's lifted into the air, I believe, which I think Mario and Luigi are also. I think
They're also in the castle.
yeah, when they're during that same time. So it seems like they get separated at some point there. So now I'm thinking more, Nick. I mean, I like your idea of that being the opening to the movie, but I'm also more wondering now that we know that they're getting separated somehow, it's probably the Bowser Jr. event that separates them. Maybe that's how Mario and Luigi end up in the desert, and that they're looking for something there in order to, try and reunite with Peach and Toad, Captain Toad. Now, spoilers from the renders.
Could could Bowser be here? Could they be looking for Bowser? Again, like I don't know why they would be here. Like I don't think this is where Yoshi's going to be discovered.
No, because right, unless they change things, we know he's already in Brooklyn because that's where he appeared at the end of the first Mario movie in the
Yeah.
post-credit scene. So, yeah, we have no idea how Yoshi even fits into this. Like, where's even Yoshi come into play? Do the brothers go back to Brooklyn? Does the egg get sucked back to the Mushroom Kingdom somehow and hatches there?
Yeah, I'm just picturing like Mario and Luigi's mom sending them a package, and it just has Yoshi in the box.
They're pretty funny,
The box
actually.
is all shaking up, and they're like, "What are we supposed to do with this, mom?"
Wasn't there for some reason that reminded me of the first Mario movie. I probably because doesn't Princess Daisy in that one end up like at the doorstep of like the church or
Oh
something
yeah,
as a
oh you're
baby?
talking, yeah, that's exactly it. In the original Mario Bros. Movie, yeah, she just randomly, what is it? Peach drops off Daisy, or Daisy drops off Peach, or the other way around. Yeah, I was so confused at that part as a kid. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on here.
No one did. Not even the directors knew what was going on in that movie. Hey, Chaos, good seeing you in the chat. But let's see. Picture says actually Bowser being in the desert could work. I mean, it does also tie into Mario Odyssey where Bowser was there first,
Yep.
getting the wedding ring. But then so okay, let's plot this out, right? So if Bowser is in the desert, that means it has to take place after the Star Festival that we've already seen in the trailer. Because he's escaped from the castle. Bowser Jr.
Yeah.
presumably rescued him. So in which case Bowser must have gone to the desert to get something, maybe the ring again. Who knows? I don't know if it's actually the ring in this case. And then Mario and Luigi are chasing after him there, maybe?
So that's the thing, is the thing that's in the desert, does the ring just make you bigger? Maybe that's what like the whole point of it is,
No,
I
they have
guess.
mushrooms,
Like it
they
would
have
be,
mushrooms for that.
yeah,
So.
that's the thing. It's like we have mushrooms for that, or maybe the last mushroom is stored here.
The last
Again, that would
mushroom.
just be like that'd be such a bizarre thing.
It would be. Yeah, I don't even know, which is part of the fun of it. But what is interesting too is so far, so a couple things. One, again, they're focusing on Mario and Luigi in this artwork, which is great.
Yeah.
One of the complaints people had with the first movie is they don't work together often enough. Like they're there at the beginning and the end, and that was basically it. So it does seem like on some level they're addressing that, in particular because throughout the trailer, they're separated the entire time, as in Mario and Luigi versus Toad and Peach.
And
Like,
Peach, yeah.
we never see them together, and technically same thing for Rosalina. We don't even know how she fits in either. So, do you have like, who do you think Rosalina's even going to meet up with? Like, how does she even fit into the picture so far? We know seemingly Bowser Jr. is the one via Mega Leg who meets up with her first. That's my take, at least. But we don't even know that's our first introduction to Rosalina. It probably isn't. Do we see her before then? Is that like what's going on?
Yeah, I think we first see Rosalina. Yeah, the Mega Lake thing, that could be maybe like a flashback sequence. Maybe like how how Rosalina's talking to the Lumas.
Right.
Maybe that's her telling the Lumas a story, like, oh, I took down this evil mech before. And then that kind of gives us an introduction of Rosalina and Luma. So maybe that's early on in the movie before we have any of the other characters meet Rosalina. And then maybe Peach gets a note from Rosalina saying like, hey, like, I know you from somewhere, like, you should come visit me out in outer space. And that kind of gives them a reason to go to space from there, her and Toad.
Dear daughter, I know you don't know me yet, but
I abandoned you years ago in another movie.
That's another thing I'm so excited for, to see how they piece all this random lore together.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I thought the first movie did a great job of tying in like the whole Brooklyn origin stories. I'm hoping they can do the same here. Real quick, Burr Oswalt actually agrees with you in that they think the desert is going to be the opening segment, largely detached from the main plot. So, I mean, that's entirely possible. It could be. I'm kind of married to the idea, though, of the Star Festival like being the opening in the movie or near it, because that's how the game opened, Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
And they don't have to do it that way, of course. They definitely don't. But it would explain or help fill in why they're separated, because we know here's where it gets complicated too. We already know that obviously we already know Mario's at the castle with the whole Bowser Jr. thing, but we even see Mario hanging out with Peach as well at the castle. So they're all together at this point in time, and something, and so they're separated at some point. So I guess it's possible that Mario and Luigi are on their own adventure before they get separated again later at the castle. It just seems like a lot of jumping around that they don't necessarily have to do, though Mario's all about jumping.
And that's the thing, like, I could see it going either way. I could see this being the beginning. I could see this being the part where they get separated. Because at the same time, I can see, we saw in the, I guess the poster, don't they have the cloaks on, or was that in the trailer?
In both. In the original
In
poster
both.
and the trailer. But once we can see here that
They're off. They're completely
cloaks.
off.
Yeah.
So I can see them either like them starting off the movie with that, and when they're kind of hiding the characters from us. But we obviously know who it is.
I do kind of love the idea. Like, reintroducing Mario and Luigi could be awesome, right? Like kind of like the first a hero pose you get in a lot of superhero movies. Like, that'd be awesome. Like, you see them in cloaked form, and then like they whip off the cloaks. I don't know. I think that could be a lot of fun, depending how they do
whip
it,
off the cloaks. They're at the temple. They eat the flowers for the fire powers. They look heroic, and then next thing you know, like a spider crawls on Luigi's foot, and he jumps and he screams and he drops the fire or something, and then that's where the chaos starts to ensue.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it does make sense to open with like an action sequence as well. That could help set the stage for everything, and that whole pyramid segment could be it, and maybe that could help set up the whatever the MacGuffin is in this movie. Like Mario and Luigi are trying to find this thing. Maybe the ring or something else. I wonder if this trailer is going to answer that question. Or maybe it'll just raise more questions.
Speaking of rings, chat, or if you know Andre, was there a ring in the first movie? Because obviously we get the wedding sequence, but I don't know when Peach and Bowser are at I was going to say like podium. What do you want to call that?
I forget what you call
Yeah,
it.
they're at the altar, but I don't think there is a ring ever shown there.
I've watched that movie 5 billion times. I'm pretty sure there isn't. Chad, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's just Kamek reading from a book. So I think.
And then I was gonna say Rosalie and Peach has the flowers, obviously, and then that turns her into Ice Peach.
Right.
But yeah, I don't think there's any. I guess anything that's from Odyssey on the main stage there or at the altar there.
Yeah, which is why Bowser going for the ring wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. He didn't need it before. Why does he need it now? So, real quick, chat. I put a poll in the chat asking if you think Yoshi will talk. 37% of people said yes. 40% said no. So people are pretty split on this, actually.
Wow.
Nick, what do you want? Do you want him? Do you want him to talk or not?
I want him to say his typical Yoshi sounds, and that's it. I don't need to pull us out because obviously we first heard Mario talk when we heard Bowser talk. Like I like these characters talk, and I like the actors filling those roles. But Yoshi, I just don't think he needs a talking role. Like unless there's something else that they have up their sleeves for this movie where Yoshi is the main focus point for this, which I don't think it is. I think it's going to be Bowser Jr. and Rosalina are going to be big stars for this movie. I think Yoshi's kind of really going to be a side character. So I don't think Yoshi's going to have a typical talking role for this.
That's actually a really good point to bring up because someone named appropriately fan of Yoshi asks or says, I think Yoshi may talk, but I'm more concerned about the idea that they may sideline the character. The movie
Yeah.
is starting, like, just based on pure numbers, there are a lot of characters already. We've seen 0 Yoshi so far, which, officially, which is surprising, and I hope they don't sideline him. But it always comes down to how they use the characters, right? I know a lot of people
Yeah.
didn't like how Luigi was used in the first movie. I thought it actually fit well given the narrative that they were telling. So it really just depends on how they use Yoshi here. If he's just thrown in as like an elaborate cameo, that would be unfortunate. But if he actually plays like an important role, even if it's minimal, that's fine. I mean, Beetlejuice is only in the movie for like 12 minutes or something, and that's all people think of when they think of Beetlejuice. So you can do a lot with a little time, so...
Yeah, and what was I just about to say? I didn't know that about Beetlejuice. I guess I haven't seen it in years or decades. That's funny to think about.
Yeah, isn't it?
But yeah, with Yoshi, yeah, to have Yoshi sideline and to give another actor the role of Yoshi on top of these two other characters, on top of a fourth potential character that there could be, it's starting to fill up a lot. And that's the thing, like you mentioned with the first movie, Andre, that a lot of people didn't like the role of Luigi. I was totally fine with it. I thought it was super fitting for his character to kind of be kidnapped and be this more so worried character out of the two of the brothers. And then that's why I think in this movie, I think they're going to highlight them working together much more than they could have done in the first movie.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. I mean, it was part of their character arcs and you needed them separated to accomplish that. But now that they're together, now that they're officially the Super Mario Brothers, now they can go all out on
Yeah.
what exactly that means. And yeah, I think a lot of people just like want to what's the word I'm looking for? Like just marathon through like all the highlights. What do you think of Mario is? It's like, no, we got sequels, guys. Like we don't have to do everything all at once.
Yeah.
We can slow down here. Even though the first movie is still very fast paced, which is funny. Let's
Wait,
see.
Andre, we have a comment here from 53. Do you think
Okay.
they're going to do Mario Bros attacks? Is that I think that might be more so from like Mario and Luigi, how they kind of like spin together
Totally.
and you have to time the attacks. I don't know if we'll see that
You
in
know,
this movie.
I don't know if we'll see anything specific, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see like something that evokes the idea. Like the first Mario movie had that similar idea too at the end, where I think, you know what? Actually, they actually work pretty separately now. I think in the final boss fight or the final battle against Bowser, I think they actually are working mostly pretty separate. But
I guess
actually, point is, I will bet you they do some kind of crazy gymnastics together
Yeah.
against something in this movie. Yes.
But no, in the first movie, I think the only thing that they really do as a team attack is when they punch Bowser at the end.
Yeah.
And it's just them like side by side. They're not really
Exactly.
doing anything besides it. They're just synchronizing their actual attack. But like, them spinning around, like you said, doing like gymnastics or something.
We're
I
100%
want to
like,
see that.
We're definitely seeing Mario or Luigi throw the other at Bowser or Bowser Jr., whoever it is. Mega Leg, again, whatever it is, right? And that'll be fun. Here's something that reminds me. It's something I don't want to see in this movie, Nick. It was fine once. I do not want to see the superstar again. Like, I feel like they got there, like, it was already the MacGuffin in the previous movie.
Yeah.
It worked well, like, it worked fine for the context, but it's also like a get out of jail free card, and they can't use that again. Like where you just beat Bowser for free, right? Like that's not fun unless it's Bowser that has it or something, but Mario and Luigi cannot win with the superstar again. Maybe a different power up or something, but that's my hope for this.
Yeah, no, I'm totally fine with leaving it out of this movie, especially when you have hundreds of power-ups to work from. It's like, yeah, they really need to pull out some other things. And that was a cool thing with the first movie, seeing Donkey Kong use a power-up he's never used before. So I hope we see that for other characters here. Like maybe Peach uses a power-up we've never seen her use before. Or maybe even Bowser using like a Tanuki suit. We might have seen a Tanuki Bowser at some point. Actually, I don't think so. I'm thinking of Cat Bowser. We've definitely seen Count Bowser, but I don't know if we've seen Tanuki Bowser before. Or you even seen like Bowser with a fire power up that would make no sense, like double fire for Bowser.
That wouldn't actually. That would be interesting. Actually, like, what does that mean? Can he like
Does it
triple
take
fire?
away his fire?
I mean,
Does
something
it usually
indicates.
just-
Real quick, we've not seen Tanuki Bowser, but we have seen Raccoon Bowser in the 3D land. So the Tanuki Bowser could actually be kind of amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would love to see more things like that too. Like I love having the movie explore things we haven't seen in the game, whether it's environments or power-ups or power-up combinations or, whatever else. So yeah, that'd be awesome to see, or we could get like, Frog Bowser or Penguin Bowser, Actually, I want to see the frog suit appear here. Like that poor suit's been like neglected outside of the thing Mario Maker. I always loved it. I always thought Mario looked super cute too with it. I want that back. I want
Is frog suit from Mario Bros. 3?
It is.
Is that the first appearance?
And it's better than the penguin suit. I don't care. It's better than the penguin suit.
What was I just gonna say? I had a cool power up in mine. You gotta give me a second. I just thought of it.
I mean, there's also all the Galaxy 2 power-ups, which, I like them, but I don't know if I necessarily need to see any of those on screen. Like, I'm more of a fan of the classic Mario power-ups rather than the transformations.
So, transformations, do you think we're going to see, like, the Wonder Flower at all here? Because we do see Bowser Jr. and his Wonder design. Do you think we're going to see that from any other characters, or the transformation of the Wonder Flower in any of the worlds?
Oh, man, that's a good one. I hadn't thought about that.
Well, I mean, and on top of that, they do have the Switch 2 edition coming out soon, so are they trying to push that at all?
I kind of hope we don't, because, I mean, maybe, I don't know. The Wonder Flowers... Maybe it's just the old school Mario coming through. I mean, like, Wonder Flower is just kind of, like, too weird, in terms of how,
too
like,
trippy.
It changes everything, and I don't know if I want to see that in the game. It's like, can you just do anything? Like, does it just change the entire world? Like, I don't know. I mean, again, it's all in how they use it. It could be fun. It could be fine. But I'm fine if it's just Bowser Jr. referencing Mario Wonder at this point, so...
Yeah, because that design for Bowser Jr. is spot on.
It's awesome, actually. It's actually really good. Shout out to them for nailing it. Like, I especially love how the paint, the ink overtakes him, too. You know? Like, he almost turns into, like a T-1000 type thing, or how he's able to use a paintbrush as, like, a T-1000-like weapon. That's freaking sick. And that's something we haven't seen in the games, to my recollection. And that's fun. Like, seeing, like, taking ideas introduced in the games to a more cinematic extreme that you can do with a movie, and that's... I love them exploring ideas like that.
And I think since they have that instead of Shadow Mario, I don't think they need Shadow Mario here, because I don't want them to have a Mario Sunshine. Oh, we thought you were Mario, but it was actually Bowser Jr. It's like, no, they look completely different. Just like with Sonic and Shadow in Sonic Adventure 2. It's like, no, they're two completely different colors. If you look at them, you know how different they are.
Peach was the biggest idiot in Mario Sunshine. Mario, is that you? Even though he's like sitting right next to her, like he's literally on the plane with her right then, and she's like, "Is that Mario?" Freaking idiot. Luckily,
it's like, when did Mario ever turn blue?
Yeah, right. Or a shadow, or somehow leave the plane as I'm, to film this this travel log thing. In any case, I ran a poll again asking chat if they think Daisy will appear in the movie. People are much more certain about this versus Yoshi speaking. They think 60% almost think Daisy will talk in this movie. Sorry. Daisy will talk. Daisy will appear in the movie.
If she's talking, she's gonna be in the movie.
Can you imagine a silent mute Daisy? That would be something.
Wait. Or can you imagine Daisy's not in the movie, but we hear her voice instead?
That would be, "Hi, I'm Daisy," just from the corner, like the distant sand dunes or whatever. I think, Daisy's such a huge surprise. It would be a huge surprise, even though people are expecting it. Like, that would be a really fun, exciting thing, especially with Chris Pratt teasing at least 2 new characters, one of which probably is Yoshi. It does make you wonder, like, who else is the other character. But again, it could be a deep cut too. Like you mentioned, Spike earlier was a deep cut, and maybe there's another deep cut they're falling back on for this. So,
I'm trying to think, like, what other deep cuts come to mind, like, of characters outside of, like, the Piantas, or just like a side character, more so like a character that we can see with an actual speaking role. I guess Piantas can talk.
Oh my god,
what is it like? Wart? I guess
I don't want to see Piantas. No Piantas. I'm banning Piantas. Oh man, I just get annoyed when I see them in Mario Kart World pass me by. I'm like, who do you think you are, Mr.
I love the Piantas.
I would be curious to see how Illumination makes them like look at CG, like movie quality. Like, what do you do with that design? Like,
do they give them pants?
You need pants.
If the Piantas fall over, I don't think they have anything like underneath them. I think it's just like their skirts.
We're getting so many Pianta butt jokes if they do appear here. Like, we're just fall over, all you see is Pianta butt. That's totally gonna happen. That'd be kind of amazing. Crossover Dreamer says, "What about the pachinko level? LOL." Oh my god, I do not. Yeah. That would kind of fit the whole galaxy theme because like those bonus stages from Sunshine were almost like proto galaxy stages, in that like they're just floating
Oh
in
yeah.
space, yeah, or the sky, I guess in that case. Z Fulp says maybe one of those memorable characters from Odyssey. Who?
Zach's giving me a hard time here. He's saying that Odyssey doesn't have memorable characters over Sunshine. He's diehard Sunshine. I'm diehard Odyssey.
But you're a Pianta fan.
I am. I'm a fan of Mario Sunshine. I can be a fan of both, but I prefer Odyssey over Sunshine.
Oh, actually, here's one. DK says, should King Wart be in the third Mario movie? I mean, that would be a deep cut character that could be here.
Yeah,
but
that would
again,
be a deep cut.
I have trouble envisioning how you even fit him in because in the game's lore, he's a dream-based character. Now they could just totally ignore that fact and just make him a standard Mario villain, and that might be the way to go, honestly. Because if he's a dream-based one, like unless you make the whole idea. I mean, there's two ways you can go about it. Either A, they go all in on the Dreams theme, Dreams idea in a sequel, Inception style, and make Ward a major enemy there. Or B, you just have like a dream, have it be like a random cameo in it. And that might be a fun way of touching on it too.
Well, if you really want to go that crazy for the third movie, like your idea, Andre, with the dreamscape or whatever, have that and then have Wario. That's the existence of Wario, is because maybe he's in Mario's dream or he's just dreamt up there. That's why he exists.
People would hate that. People would
I know people would.
Just a figment of Mario's imagination. You made up Wario. Let me ask a chat if they think Wario is going to appear in this movie, in the Mario Galaxy movie. Will Wario appear? So people are yeah, go ahead.
No, I have another one. I'm going to send it to you after this poll, Andre.
No. Well, this will take a few minutes anyway. So go ahead and tell me what's up.
Okay, for this poll, after this one, I have another one.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'll send it to you because I want to keep it a little bit of a secret after this one.
Dylan says, will Mario become Dr. Mario? 0% chance. It'd be hilarious if in the times between movies, the 3 years he went to medical school, and he's actually he's got like a full, PhD now or whatever. That'd be amazing. Picture says the problem with Ward is that he's a dream character, so it wouldn't really work. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. It'd be, you'd have to go all in on the dream concept, I think, to make that work. So, Adrian says the Lake Brazilian description says Wario exists. That's old, right? I'm pretty sure I've heard about that before.
I think that one's old.
I mean, there have been a lot of rumors, like supposed leaks about it. Even that McDonald's toy leak, which I'm pretty sure is fully fake. But anything's possible. Like, we don't know for sure. If Wario is here, though, as we were discussing earlier and as discussed before, how do you explain him? Because the thing is, like, in this universe, in particular in the movie, they've made a big deal about how humans are a pretty rare thing in this universe. Like, Peach is like, whoa, another human. And even Bowser's like, you mentioned the human thing between Luigi and Mario, right? So it's clear humans are a rarity here. So where's Wario come from? And why does he look so much like Mario? Like a twisted version of Mario? Like, do they explain
my
that?
only reasoning is I think if they leave out Shadow Mario, that Bowser just creates this ideal version of like what he thinks Mario looks like. Because remember in the first movie, Luigi explains to Bowser, I think, like what Mario looks like, right? Or at least the Koopalings or Shy Guys explain to Bowser, like, hey, like we're looking for this mustache guy. He has like a letter on his head. I think even Bowser says that
Bowser's
to him before he like pulls
the
before he pulls his mustache. So maybe like someone describes that to Bowser Jr. He's like, oh, I'm gonna make this character up to kind of be my rival, or not rival, to be my sidekick, so we can take down the real Mario.
Oh man,
it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy.
No, I mean it could work. I guess that is a solution to my problem, but then that introduces the problem of me. I don't like Wario being a generated character.
I don't either.
It makes him even feel creepier if he was designed specifically to be like this anti-Mario, But it does make more sense almost any other ideas, unless there just happen to be like a rival that looks like Mario in Brooklyn that Bowser pulls out. I have no idea.
And that would make more sense too if Spike wasn't there in the first movie, and if like Wario was the direct competitive to the Mario Bros. Plumbing company. Like if that was the real rivalry there, like that would make more sense. But I'm just picturing the end of this movie, the teaser for the follow-up movie, or like the end credit scene is that you see a tennis racket. It's Waluigi. It's just a purple tennis racket.
You know what? I'm here for it. If Waluigi can't get a Smash, get him into a Mario movie. I was gonna say, actually, getting back to your rivalry plumber thing you were talking about. Do you ever watch Mario Super Show at all?
Yeah, I've seen it a handful
I love that
of times,
cartoon. Do you ever watch the one where Mario and Luigi go to the Plumbers Academy in Brooklyn?
No, that sounds awesome.
It's so great because there's like a whole bunch of like similar looking plumbers there, including what almost look to be like proto versions of Wario and Waluigi. They have like the same color schemes and everything, or very similar, you know. And so
So
it's like maybe
for this
that is
part,
it.
Andre, is this a live action part or is this a cartoon
Cartoon
part?
part.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm just picturing them in a classroom and there's a bunch of live action Mario and Luigi's.
That would be something. So,
But like you were saying, they go to this in the cartoon and like you kind of see different characters or like a Wario-like character there.
yeah, I mean he doesn't act like Wario, but he kind of looks a
Okay.
little bit like him. But you see a bunch of like plumbers wearing similar outfits to Mario and Luigi. There's like one that's yellow, one that's purple, I think, and a few others in there. So yeah. Joseph says, "Do you think Lubba will be there? Which one's Lubba again? Oh, the sorry, the big boned pilot of the starship, right? That's Lubba. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do we think? I mean, I guess if Lubba's there, then the starship
And
would have
Mario,
to be there.
yeah, Mario's face is gonna be the starship.
That's another. It's so funny how much I love Mario Galaxy, but how much I can't envision so much of the things in those games like appearing in movie form. You know, like I think it'd be a little goofy if Mario's flying a starship around with his face on it.
But maybe that's the thing. Like in the background, as they're like shooting off into space, and he's on Yoshi's back, he's just like amazed by everything in outer space, and he looks over to the right, and all you see is like a ship of Mario's face, and he's like, "Huh, that looks like me."
And you know, how does Mario even get to space? Brer Oswald earlier mentioned that one of their concerns is we haven't seen anything of Mario in space yet outside of that render that leaked. And the question is, yeah, how often is Mario and Luigi going to be in space, and how do they even get there? You know, we've only seen them in the desert setting so far, and I'm not too worried yet, but I feel like we're good. I feel like they definitely will be in space
Yeah,
a
I think so too.
good amount. But we just they've been held. Like I think it's pretty clear Illumination's been holding back in these trailers. Like we actually haven't seen
Yeah.
all that much yet. And I think the next one is really where they're really gonna blow out more of it. We're gonna see Mario in space, Luigi in space, probably. We're gonna see Yoshi. I don't know if we see another character beyond that, but
Yeah, I think Mario getting into space. Obviously, we saw the render of him on Yoshi's back. I think maybe that's how he gets into space. But if that's the case, like, how's Luigi getting into space? Like, is there gonna be two Yoshis? Or is Luigi just gonna be like hanging onto like Yoshi's tail, and Mario and Luigi are just dragging him along?
Bowser or Luigi rides Bowser Jr. around for some reason. I don't know why they're working together now, but real quick, did I ever read the poll? I forget. Did I read the poll results for Wario?
No, not
Okay.
this one.
The poll results are that 54% of chat thinks Wario will appear versus 45% that don't.
Wow.
So that's not as high as Daisy, but people
No.
are leaning toward Wario possibly appearing. So yeah, I mean, I'd be just really curious to see how Illumination realizes that. And if Wario's there, does that mean Waluigi's there too, or do they hold back on the Waluigi train?
Do you think we'll see any sports in this movie? Obviously, we saw Mario Kart in the first movie, and Mario Kart like is way beyond any of the sports titles. Like, do you think we see them just casually playing like tennis or soccer here at all?
That would make a lot of sense. I mean, in Mario's room, his bedroom in the first movie, you can see like multiple references to the sports games, at least like baseball, I think, and maybe a tennis racket or something. So I could maybe see it. I will say though, I don't think we get another kart sequence. I mean, we already had the motorcycles in the desert, which is, you know, close. I don't think they go kart again, especially because they kind of tied that lore now to the Kongs, which, as far as we know, aren't reappearing in this one. So yeah, but they could do a fun sequence with another sport, but it can't be a focus like kart was. Like, you can't have like, actually it'd be pretty amazing, like our final battles against Bowser in this tennis match, you know, Bowser and Bowser Jr. against Mario and Luigi. Actually, that would be
Winner
sick.
gets
You know
Peach.
what? Yeah. You know, I take it back. That could be awesome, actually, especially if they're going all out with their abilities and power ups and whatever.
Yeah, so goofy. I could see it working.
Oh,
I don't know why I'm thinking like a tennis scene and like Mario has to walk off to the side and pick up his phone because someone's calling him. But I'm like, that seems like too realistic. Like, I'd rather have that battle sequence.
That's true. Red Bounce says, no, we saw them in space along with the castle. Yes, the castle was in space. Okay, you're technically right. We knew
okay,
this.
yeah.
I've covered this. So yeah, they are technically in space there. Which, you know, now I'm thinking about it more, I'm going to contradict myself. Because if the desert is early in the movie, I guess it actually does make more sense for Mario and Luigi to end up in space from that point. You know, much as Toad and Peach do as well. But we still don't understand where the separation happens or why. I guess we maybe know where. It's after Bowser Jr. rescues his dad, presumably. But like, why did they get separated? You know, like, how did they get separated?
So if we're still trying to figure out like how they get to space, maybe the temple pulls them to space because the temple in Mario Odyssey was originally in the ground and then it gets lifted up.
Right.
So maybe the temple just ends up flying straight up to space, and that's how Mario and Luigi end up in space alongside Peach and Toad.
So are you talking about the pyramid?
Yeah, the pyramid. Because in Mario Odyssey, it's originally on the ground, I
Right.
believe, and then the sinkhole comes up, and then it's flying above it. So maybe like they go into the pyramid, and the pyramid goes into space.
Well, that's an interesting question. Yeah, I mean, they could maybe go that route, though. There's no clear like game thing that happened in the game like that. But that does raise another point, though. Is in the first movie we see the pyramid like in the sky already, and
Yeah, we do.
I think that's the case in the new trailer as well, where it looks to be. We don't actually see for sure, if I remember correctly. I think it appears to be floating above the ground. We don't actually see the ground portion, so I don't know. Like, I don't know if we see it raise out the
Yeah.
ground at any point, or if it's also floating in the sky still, as you'd expect from the first movie, since it was already there. Or maybe they lower it in this case. I don't know.
They have a bunch of like construction toads and like, hey, lower it, bring it down here. We
Right.
gotta get the Mario Bros on.
Red, Red Bouncer says the desert could maybe be the very beginning of the movie. You know, that's what Nick was saying earlier. I'm kind of maybe
Yeah.
leaning toward that. Brer also in the chat was saying that. And I think that could be. Like, it may actually make sense. Like, you have, like, kind of like action-packed opening, seemingly, where Mario and Luigi are some quest. You know, we don't fully know why at first. Like, it kind of fills us in slowly as we're going through their quest in the desert, which could be fun. Almost like an Indiana Jones type opening. You know, like Raiders
Yeah.
of the Lost Ark. You know, we don't know exactly what Indiana's up to in that temple, but, you know, we get filled in along the way, and it's a lot of fun. This could be their Indiana Jones moment, which would be awesome. But then you have, like, but then things slow down for a little bit as the Star Festival happens back at the castle, but then picks up immediately again, of course, with Bowser Jr. rescuing his dad. So this actually is kind of making sense to me in my head now. And then they both end up in different regions of space. Both, I mean, in Princess and Toad versus Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
So where do we think Mario and Luigi end up? Do you have any theories as to, if we assume the desert's earlier, where
Yeah.
the heck did Mario and Luigi go after the castle? Did they get kidnapped? What are they both taking out of the movie?
So yeah, where do they go after the castle? So I guess better question is where does Bowser go after that castle sequence?
Right.
Does
We don't
Bowser
know.
Jr. automatically get Bowser?
Yeah, I mean, we don't know for sure that he's successful in his mission. We are assuming he is. But then, again, slight spoilers here, everyone. Very, very slight, but just heads up for it. Based on that render, again, we know that Bowser appears to still be in small form at some point. He's riding Yoshi. So, what even happened? You know, like, did Yoshi actually somehow rescue him by accident? Because Bowser Jr. failed the first time or something? Or when did they even get together at that point, you know? Like...
And that's the thing. I don't think that's going to be saved for like the final act of the movie, small Bowser and Yoshi, because I think Bowser is going to be back to his normal size relatively quickly. I think it's going to be a quick turnaround.
Yeah. I mean, it could be, unless they do it that way so that Bowser Jr. is literally the big baddie
More-
in
yeah.
this case. Yeah. Which,
Yeah, I could see that too, because then there could be some kind of dynamic between Bowser Jr. and Bowser, or I guess Bowser's still picking on Bowser Jr. or something like that, but Bowser has the power because Bowser Jr. is bigger than Bowser now because of his actual size. So he's like, hey, you have to listen to me now because I'm the bigger of the two.
Good point. Yeah, maybe. That could actually, yeah, Bowser Jr. like goes full Bowser himself. That
Yeah.
could be amazing, actually. I'm so curious what their dynamic is. That's what the movies really provide that the games can't really explore, don't really explore, is how all these characters relate to each other and their dynamics against each other and with each other, you know? And I'm so curious to see where they take Bowser and Bowser Jr. and along with the rest of the cast. All right, we got a few comments to get through. Super chat
Cool.
from Salvadero Taro. Thank you so much. They say, what I expect them to do is to make little reference. Sorry. What I expect them to do is to make little references, Samus, Star Fox, F-Zero, because the space galaxy. Okay, I see what
Oh.
it's right, because of the
Yeah.
space theme, you could tie in other Nintendo properties. So that's an interesting idea. Now, technically they can't do F-Zero because in lore, in universe, F-Zero already exists as a video game from Nintendo because Mario has it in his room, like a poster
Yeah.
of it, or it's in. I think it's in his room, I think. But they have not touched on Metroid yet. So that is a possibility. They could have like a Metroid floating around in the background maybe or something, or...
But yeah, the R-Wing 2 is on top of Mario's TV, right?
Yes, good point. So Orway and Star Fox is out too, technically. Unless they do another Brooklyn lore,
unless they fly R-Wings in like unless R-Wing is like an actual vehicle.
I mean, the
in
way you
Mario
explain
world.
it is Nintendo and Universe. Miyamoto found like a portal. It took him to all these different universes, and that's where he gets the ideas for his games from. So in the Mario universe, he's actually been to Star Fox, to Samus's world. They made games based on them, and maybe that inspires a real life Mario game in Brooklyn that he then built. So Miyamoto can be a character now too. That's what I'm saying. All right. Anyways,
Wait, from that list, we are missing one game that Miyamoto loves that takes place in space. Yeah,
Pikmin.
Pikmin. We're missing Pikmin. Are we going to see Pikmin here?
And in lore, the Pikmin already exist in Mario's universe. In Mario
Yeah.
Golf, here's your golf reference. In Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, when you hit the ball into the grass, they'll Pikmin fly out. Also, Super Nintendo World, which is all Mario, there's Pikmin there around too. So I almost bet you that Pikmin will appear in this movie now. I feel like there's a good chance.
So do you think over or under like specific Nintendo games like we saw in the first movie, like Star Fox, F-Zero, Kid Icarus, do you think we're going to see more of those cameos in this movie or less?
Oh man. That's actually tough. In the first movie, there actually are a good amount of references, but that's because they're actually in Brooklyn, you know, like, and they can actually reference real life Nintendo games outside, you know, besides Mario Core. So even they fit Donkey Kong in there impressively. Man, in terms of sheer Nintendo characters, I will bet you there's less. If you're talking just Mario characters, they could probably match the first Mario movie. There was a good amount of characters there too. At least in terms of new characters, they could introduce that many new ones. I would bet you though that it'll probably be less actually, just because I feel like they're probably not gonna be as Brooklyn. They probably won't be in Brooklyn as much this time, if even at all. And so there's really no elegant way of fitting them in outside of like, you know, maybe Pikmin or Metroid as I mentioned. So
unless we see like Toads playing the games, because remember in the first movie when they're in the marketplace, like don't they have the original Nintendo cartridge?
They did. Which makes it, where did those come from? How'd they get hold of those Nintendo games? So, that's a good point, though. Actually, that whole thing teases the lore that they've been to the real world already somehow. Where'd they come from? So now I want to know. So that's true. Maybe they'll have like a little Toad arcade or something where they're playing all these classic Nintendo games. So,
okay, they're gonna be game jumping.
There are a couple comments I want to get to. Multi-type MT says, "What's the next poll?" So Nick, what's the next character you wanted us to ask about?
Oh wait, yeah. So I sent it to you in chat. I'll say it right now. So
okay, let me hold on. I can take a look real quick if you don't want me to say it.
Go for it.
Hold on, bring it up on my phone. Can you DM it to me directly? It's hard for me.
Oh wait, did I?
Oh, you did.
Here, I'll send it.
Oh, okay, I got it here. Thanks. All right, here we go.
Because this one isn't too crazy because we did see this in the first movie. Technically, we saw it a couple of times. I guess between 3 different characters.
Yeah, good point. Okay, yes, no. So the poll in the chat is: will the babies appear? Like Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, Baby Peach, other babies? Because, yeah, as Nick was saying, they were in the first movie. They impressively tied them in somehow.
Yeah.
So the real thing is, will they appear as their own characters, you know, like separate from Mario and Luigi, like working alongside them, like in, you know, Partners in Time or whatever? Hopefully not, but in any case. Also, someone else had a really good comment. Sorry, Nick, were you going to say something there?
You know, I was going to say the baby thing in the first movie was a little bit confusing because during the flashback, we saw Mario and Luigi wearing their traditional clothing, but when they go to dinner at their family's place, they make fun of them over their outfits, and it seems like they're seeing their outfits for the very first time. So, like, did they have those forever as kids, and then I guess they forgot about them?
Are you saying there's a plot hole in my Mario movie? How dare you?
I'm saying there's a plot hole about their clothing.
The thing, you know, you could explain that as them just remembering it being in that clothing, even though it's, I guess there's new clothing for them too. So yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you think about it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna ignore that. Though speaking of characters, GH Media had a really interesting idea, I think, for a character arc. You know, Mario did have an arc in the first one where he had to learn to realize that he's not a failure, basically, and that, you know, his superpower is to stick with it. GH Media proposes, though, that a good idea for a character arc for Mario is that he becomes too overly dependent on his power-ups. So I think there's potential there.
I do like that.
Yeah, I like that. I don't know if they're going to explore that here, but I do like that idea. It's such a good thought. So, because I do hope, you know, one of the common complaints that I totally disagree with is that there was no like story or character arcs in the first movie. And there definitely were, if you pay attention to the movie. And I do hope that they explore more character arcs, you know, like, because ultimately movies are character based and we like to see characters grow. And I would love to see like what other character growth that they can give these characters. Like, I think Luigi, you know, a good one for him is just him. Well, maybe not a, I mean, maybe it's kind of obvious, but him just becoming, you know, more confident in himself. Like we saw him get a little bit of that at the end of the first movie, but he could still be a scaredy cat in this one, and they have to like, you know, he has to learn still how to overcome those insecurities he has about that. So,
yeah, do they make him more of a scaredy cat in this movie to kind of, I guess, leave way for a potential Luigi's Mansion movie?
Oh man, that's a good one. Yeah, you don't want to make him too confident in himself, and I don't think they would. I also don't want them to backtrack him necessarily either, you know. Like, I want you know, I want him to still have growth from the first movie. But yeah, I still also would love a Luigi's Mansion spin-off. So whatever they need to do to get there, they should do it. So
Yeah, I agree.
yeah. All right, real quick, Nick, you're the poll is 51% yes on babies, 49% no that they'll appear. So
Oh wow.
people are split. My guess will be I don't think we see babies in this one.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
I guess so. We say that, but we know Yoshi's going to be in this movie.
Okay,
Yoshi's
he's
hatching
the
out of the
possible
egg, so
exception. I do want to see a baby Yoshi. I think a baby Yoshi would be adorable. Like, it'd be so cute if we see him actually grow up throughout the movie, you know? Especially because we saw him arrive in Brooklyn in egg form. Like, I still love the idea of Mario and Luigi's family having to raise this baby, you know, without
Yeah.
Mario and Luigi being there. And so that could be fun if we see baby Yoshi causing all kinds of antics and havoc in their apartment, you know, as he grows up over time. So.
yeah. If there was one baby, like you said, I would be fine with baby Yoshi.
Apez Cal says, I'd love if Yoshi tagged along with the bros as a pet. Maybe even Luigi gives an arc where he has to be a caretaker of sorts, like his older brother,
Oh.
as Mama Luigi. Yes, Mama Luigi. So Luigi can build and learn from Mario. I love this. Like, these are great ideas, and that also could, you know, you also have the whole parental relationship between, you know, the bros and maybe baby Yoshi, along with, you know, Bowser to his own son, which we even
Yeah.
talked about, like. Where did Bowser Jr. come from again? We talked about that before, but we still have no idea. Like, this character just exists, you know, seemingly popped in out of nowhere. He was not teased at all in the first movie. So how did they explain that? Do you have any more theories on this, Nick, on how they explain Bowser Jr.'s sudden appearance? Especially because he seems to be older in this than in the games. Like, he seems to be more like a teenager here.
So I think they're going to cop out on this, honestly. I think just like how Miyamoto's like, oh, I'm Bowser. Did he say I'm Bowser Jr.'s like father or something
Mom,
like that?
I think, was
Yeah,
it?
mom. Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
I'm Bowser Jr.'s mom. Yeah, I think they're really going to cop out on this area. I think it might be like a quick flashback of like Bowser and Bowser Jr. just like walking with each other. And that might just be it. It just might be like, oh, Bowser exists because of Bowser Jr. might exist just because of Bowser. I don't think they're going to get into the weeds with it. I think they're going to make it pretty straightforward.
I hope you're wrong, and I think you are wrong.
I hope I am too.
Yeah.
Like, I hope I am too. I want to be.
What I loved about the first movie, as I already said, is that they actually gave the brothers a proper origin story. And
Yeah.
I hope that they stay true to like the idea of like filling in the gaps, and I hope that they don't just have Bowser Jr. appear out of nowhere. So, assuming that they don't, like, how would you explain that? Like, one could be that, you know, someone in the chat just said maybe he's adopted. You know, maybe we talked earlier, Nick. We teased earlier in past discussions about, you know, could we see Bowser's ex-wife? You know, maybe he had an estranged marriage, and you know, Bowser Jr. is a kid that she got full custody of, and he hasn't seen him in years. You know. And maybe Bowser Jr. only hears that Bowser being kidnapped and realizes, hey, I need to go find my biological dad, you know? Like, I think there's a lot you can do with that, you know, and while having it tie neatly into the first movie.
Yeah, my hope is, or my fear is, I hope they don't do anything with Rosalina being super powerful and her just creating characters.
Yeah.
Like, I hope that isn't the time where it's like, oh, Rosalina's going to create Bowser Jr. just because of the likeness of Bowser. But yeah, I really hope there is actually room there for us to hear an origin story for Bowser Jr.
I mean, I think you had an idea earlier too of, you know, we see Bowser painting at the start of the movie, or start of the trailer at least, and you know, is it a magic paintbrush? Does he create his own son through paint? But it doesn't make a whole lot of sense considering, you know, Bowser Jr. appears from outside the castle and Bowser's in the castle, unless Bowser painted him in the past or something, or I don't know. Like, and I also just hate that idea. Like, I don't want Bowser Jr. to be literal paint. Although I guess we do see him become paint in the movie, so maybe there is merit to that. I just don't like the idea of him being like this magically created character, you know?
Yeah, the thing with Bowser and his painting, I think it's a pastime that he took up when he became small, because he was already like organizing the whole Koopa army. He was already very talented at playing piano. I don't know if he was also a painter at the same time. I really think between seeing all those paintings within the super small, I guess, castle that he's in when he's shrunken down, I think it's something he just kind of learned. Unless they want to tie it to him like being a master artist and he has paintings somewhere across the universe, and that's how Bowser Jr. came to be. It could come from that.
You know, Bowser really, as you're saying, he really has mastered the arts. This dude is like locked in. If he just like freaking focused on doing something, like he doesn't need to kidnap Peach. He could get he can get his own catch, you know, like he could be a good upstanding citizen, you know, and like get his own girlfriend instead of like kidnapping them. Like, yeah, this guy, like, he plays the piano, he can paint, like, yeah, I love it. So anyways.
Yeah, he's got all the skills, but he just doesn't know how to be a gentleman.
He doesn't, right. He's got no social skills. Let's see here. I'm looking at the chat. The pivot says Rosalina is Bowser Jr.'s mom calling it now. I don't even know how you explain that. Like,
Maybe it's through a storybook again. Like she just creates things and she's talking to the Lumas. I,
do,
yeah, and I don't know. I'm lost for words.
do we find out more about Rosalina's backstory in this trailer, you think? But that's another character they need to explain. Like, why is she here now? And what is she doing? Like we don't actually even know how she fits in yet.
No, I think this trailer primarily is going to focus on Yoshi and whoever that second tease that Chris Pratt had. But yeah, I don't think you talk too much about Rosalina in this trailer. I think you save her for the next one or the final movie.
You know what? I take it back, Nick. Yeah, I said earlier there would
What?
be no babies. I think there could be. I think there's
Oh,
a chance to see baby Rosalina.
oh, she wasn't even on my list for babies. I was thinking more so Mario and Luigi again,
Because,
or obviously Baby Yoshi,
like,
but never Baby Rosalina.
you know for a fact we have to see the story of Rosalina, right? Like, her
Yeah,
whole storybook from the game. Like, it has to be a flashback here, right? Like, maybe
yeah.
not a baby Rosalina, but like a teen Rosalina.
In the first movie, was the total 3 flashbacks? Did we get that many? I know we definitely got 2 between the
It was
Baby Peach one, the Baby Mario
it's
and
just
Luigi
two.
one.
I
Was there a
believe it's just
third one?
two.
It was
No.
just 2? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so are we going to see more flashbacks then? Or being the backstories of these characters, are we going to see at least 2 or more?
I mean, I think we could see one for each princess. However many new princesses there are, we'll
Oh
see
my
it for them.
God.
So if there's Daisy here too, we might get her backstory as well. So
Oh, I just thought of something new too.
what?
But I know the Chris Pratt thing, I'm still like caught up on because he said 2 recognizable characters, right?
At
Or 2
least two.
characters.
Yeah, he said couple, so at least two.
He said couple, okay. But what if the character that we're missing for like Bowser Jr.'s mom is just a brand new character that they make up for the movie?
I would love that.
I don't think we've ever thought about that, right? Like just a brand new character made just for the movie.
No, you're right. We haven't because we technically have not really had that outside of Mario's family, I guess.
Yeah.
But you're right. Outside of that, no, everyone is pretty much based on something. Yeah. I'm on Team Bowser's. I'm on Team Bowser's ex-wife. Like I'm
Yeah.
on Team Bowser Jr.'s mom. I want to see this. Or were we talking about that mom, or were we talking about Bowser's actual mom? Which mom are you talking
No,
about?
like Bowser Jr. I guess
Bowser
Bowser's
Jr.'s mom.
wife, Bowser Jr.
Okay, yeah.
mom, right? Yeah.
I'm on
Andre,
this
when you
team.
said that, we need to get T-shirts for that says Team Bowser Jr.'s mom or
That'd be
Team
so
Mom.
good. I legit want this more than anything right now. Like, I want to see Bowser's ex-wife. I want to see what she looks like. What is that even? Like, what? And is that why Bowser's so mad in the first movie? Like that's another thing. Like, Bowser had that line when he's fighting Mario, teasing like how like now you'll be as miserable as I am. Like, and a little bit more beyond that. I forget the exact quote, suggesting that there's a darker history to him that we don't know yet. Like, this could help fill in that gap. And having Bowser Jr. be like, a son he hasn't been able to see in years could give him that good reason of being really upset, and also wanting to fill that love hole in his life that he needs to fill. So,
do you think we see Bowser get so much rage that he turns into Bowser Fury Bowser at all? Like, do we think that is the final boss fight where he's just ginormous? Because the final fights for Galaxy, he is big, but he doesn't really have a transformation, right?
Yeah, no, that's a good one actually. Yeah, I mean, I guess because even in Fury Bowser, like it's kind of like that ink-like substance that converts him.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
So I guess that is a kind of clear connection that they have right now to Bowser Jr.'s introduction. So it's possible. Yeah, I mean, I'd say Fury Bowser is more likely than just Giant Bowser. I think now. It's both. I mean, it's more interesting than just Giant Bowser.
It's more interesting than Giant Bowser. It's more interesting than like Cat Bowser or Dry Bowser. I think it's the best one out of all the power-ups that we can pick.
Yeah, Cat Bowser, not too intimidating, I feel like. It won't work for a final encounter.
We already got Cat Mario too, so...
Yeah. And that's even assuming that Bowser's even the final boss here. It could be, again, Bowser Jr.
Yeah.
It could be them working together. It could be a new third villain. Maybe that second character, Nick, is... Hold on. It's going to come to me. What? It starts with a T? What's the alien from Mario Land?
Chat, help us. I'm trying to from Mario
I know
Land,
it's bugging me.
me.
Tanaka to know. Someone will say
Not the UFO. Are you talking about
Tatanga.
the UFO thing?
I was so close. Tatanga.
Tatanga. Okay.
Yeah, Tatanga. Yeah. Prudent Honey said Tatanga. Yeah, Tatanga's gonna be in it. I mean, if there were a time, a movie about space would be it, right? And he could be the pilot of the UFO that lifts the castle out of the ground.
I thought of another villain that it could be.
Who?
But this kind of goes into the realm of like them making up a new character for the movie. What if Yoshi ends up being the villain?
Oh my god.
I
I that'd be a surprise. Like how
yeah.
though? Like would it be because like he got converted by a magic thing or ink or something?
Oh, I
Or
didn't even think about that. Where maybe there's I don't think Yoshi had like a Wonder transformation, did he? In Super Mario Bros. Wonder?
no, I don't think so. I mean, because he can't. There's no way by default Yoshi's evil in this
Yeah.
movie. 0% chance. There's no way Mario Nintendo's gonna make one of the main characters evil without a good reason for it. So, I like the idea of there maybe being an evil Yoshi as well, like a Boshi type character or something.
Yeah, I like that.
GH Media in the chat says the Luma sacrifice will be so sad. Will this movie be a tearjerker? I hope it is.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, no. Luma wanted to die all the time in the first movie. I
Good
think
point.
a Luma
Actually, you're right.
sacrifice would be.
How is that
I don't know if I
Luma
would be
did?
crying.
Yeah. I said before I hope they don't do the full universe reset thing, but I'm still cool
Yeah.
with Luma sacrificing. This sounds terrible. I'm still okay with Luma sacrificing themselves in order maybe to prevent that or something. Like I like that idea. Like
Okay.
maybe Bowser wants to like just reset everything, screw everything up, and Luma's like, no, we're gonna stop that. Like let's all sacrifice ourselves. But I think the first movie actually. Like in the scene where Mario's like all defeated and like in the pizzeria like seeing the ad reflected back to himself and
Yeah.
how symbolic that is of everything. I thought that was really well done. It almost brought a tear to my face. And if they can do something like that again, even like twist the knife a little bit more, that could be amazing. So I'm here for my tearjerker illumination movie. And
I'm in on that. And that part in particular too, Andre. Whenever I think about it in my mind, I think like Mario's bloody, but I know he's not. It's an Illumination movie.
it's
a
pretty
kid's movie.
close. He's got like a black
Yeah,
eye,
right?
which for Mario is pretty extreme, right? So.
Yeah, so like I guess are you picturing like a bunch of Lumas just sacrifice themselves and like are all the Lumas dead after this? Like that's the reason for like the extinction of the Lumas? Like they don't live anymore because they're preventing like the extinction of the world or the universe?
We see all the Luma sacrifice themselves, along with the final one being the main Luma at the very end.
Okay.
And, we see him go flying and to protect everyone. I don't even know how they're gonna present that on screen, but it's gonna look glorious, like sadly glorious. But also, speaking of tearjerkers, like Mario Galaxy was the first Mario game to make me cry with like the storybook sequence, and that could also be another tearjerker moment that they presented here, as well as at all, or as well as they did in the game. So if we get that whole backstory,
So non-tearjerker characters, one that we didn't talk about, and Nintendo's pushing it a lot. Are we gonna see the talking flower here?
I God hope not. No, no talking flowers. Save that for Mario Movie 9, so we can get to Mario Movie 9.
So you don't think any at all, even though like they are taking some inspiration from Wonder. We have the talking flower coming out in March, and then
I
the
think-
DLC for Switch 2 edition.
I think I want to say the influence of Mario Wonder is strictly visual at this point. I don't
Okay.
think it's playing any significant role. And that goes for like other things too. Like we've had the Princess Peach Showtime cameo in the book already. I don't think we actually see those characters appear in the film. We had.
So what game do you think outside of Galaxy is going to have the most presence here? Like obviously we see the Desert Kingdom from Odyssey. Like is there going to be anything else from Odyssey? Is there going to be anything from 64 or anything from Sunshine here?
Not strictly. I think I will bet that the King of Sand Kingdom is the only direct Odyssey reference we get. We can't do Metro Kingdom because that's already Brooklyn and that's already in the films. The other kingdoms, a lot of them aren't like. There's not a whole lot that stands out about them. Like the inverted pyramid was iconic, but the other ones, like one has a giant waterfall. Okay, another has like it's in a swamp basically. Like there's not a whole lot of iconic imagery that immediately stands out. And I guess you could say that about Mario 64 as well. They already kind of referenced Bob Battlefield in the quick scene of the first movie. Yeah. So but maybe I don't know. It's hard to say really. I'm trying to think of whether iconic parts of Odyssey they could fit in.
I mean, the thing is, like you say, I don't know if they'd be fitting in the movie. Like obviously the Bowser Kingdom, which is based off of Japan, like feudal Japan. I don't think they're gonna have that anywhere in this movie, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's really gonna be a setting, or even like the Luncheon Kingdom. I don't know where you place that in this movie.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of Mario Odyssey kingdoms were a little weird, and I don't see them fitting in quite the way we've seen in the Mario movie. Like, I'm just happy that it fit the Sand Kingdom in. Like, what I do like about, in particular, in the first Mario movie, and probably this one as well, is just how it's like mirroring all these separate and distinct environments into one. You know, like technically, like in the Sand Kingdom, like was it even? I mean, I guess it was always in Mario's universe before, but it felt pretty separate just given how Mario Odyssey worked. So like it feels more cohesive now. Is more my point.
Yeah, I agree.
Madeline in the chat asks, "What about Lumalina finally getting the sweet relief of death?" Yes, because you mentioned earlier, will he finally get what he wanted all this time?
I mean, that's the thing. If we're talking about that final end to the movie, the final act 3, it's like, are all the Luma's going to sacrifice himself? So, like, is that Luma going to convince all the other Lumas we need to do this to
He's
prevent
leading the
Bowser?
charge. Yes, he's got like a war horn he's blowing into as they're all invading the black hole or wherever it is they need to stop. Yeah, I hope Luma reappears. Although one point is that in the movie, the first one, it was voiced by I believe the director's daughter, I think. And I believe daughter or child at least.
That sounds right.
And I wonder, you know, she's presumably 3 years older now. Probably doesn't sound the same. So will they get a different voice actor for it, or do like some post-production work on the voice?
That's a good question. Probably post-production work if the kid does sound older.
I mean, maybe they don't sound older. I don't know.
Yeah,
I forget how different.
I mean, we don't know how old the kid is, so
yeah, exactly. I forget how. I don't even know how much voices change for kids, but. Yeah, NC Dude also asks, I wonder what Mario Galaxy power-ups could appear in the film, hoping for the ice flower that turns Mario completely into ice. So yeah, on the cereal box that leaked or is in stores, but they consider it's so stupid. You can go out and buy this thing, but Illumination is pulling down videos containing it. It's like, I can go to Walmart and see it, but you don't want people covering it, whatever. In any case, one of the icons was an ice flower on the back of the box. Now the thing is, though, there was also an ice flower in the first movie, which we saw give Peach, you know, typical ice ball abilities. So, I did speculate that maybe this could be a variant of the ice flower that just turned the characters into more of an ice form or encase them in ice. Do you think they could go somewhere that, Nick, or any other power-ups from Galaxy you'd want to see?
So I'm trying to think. Galaxy's definitely my weaker area with the Mario games.
Well,
but like
so real quick,
out...
there's B Mario, Boo Mario, there's Spring
there's the
Mario, Cloud Mario.
There's the Rock one. I think there might be
Rock
Galaxy
Mario.
too.
And actually that's most of them. Fire Mario again, but we know that's already back. Ice Mario, I think that's most of them.
Wait, so is there 2 different Ice Marios? Because the Ice Mario I'm thinking of like was when he's skating on the water and it turns into ice.
So Galaxy, well, there's 2 ice flowers in the games, but there's only one in Galaxy. The one in Galaxy turns you into the ice form, which is what you're talking about, where you ice skate around.
Okay.
But then there's also the one from like the new Super Mario Brothers games that give you the ice version of the Fire Flower.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So are we going to see different ones of those? I think this is the area where they're going to be a little bit more flexible in with choosing power-ups is from different games. I don't think they're going to strictly stick to Mario Odyssey. I think whatever the scenario is, they'll play or pick from that game. So again, like Mario Odyssey, there's a good amount of power-ups from, but if they need to go with a Tanuki suit again or a frog suit, for example, like they're going to pick it for whatever scene it is. So yeah, I don't know what other specific power-ups from. Oh, I guess Drill. We forgot about Drill, but isn't Drill mostly just a thing you pick up?
More, I get technically a transformation, but it's just an item he's holding above his head.
Yeah.
You know? So, which is a weird one. That's why the Galaxy power-ups for me never felt as elegant as the classic, you know, style power-ups in the old games. But they just felt like kind of like random things thrown on the Mario, like he's a spring now, and now he's a drill, or you know, a couple of them do feel a little classic. Like I think Cloud Mario isn't too far removed, so that can maybe work.
I think so.
So I can see maybe Cloud Mario.
Do we see anything as crazy as like Elephant Mario here, or is that a little too much? I know we talked about Wonder and the Flower and Bowser Jr. with his Wonder
Elephant Mario is so weird, you know, like it's too far. It's too far.
Unless they go to like a petting zoo, maybe, or something, you know, and Toad's running a petting zoo.
Oh my god! They put Mario Luigi in a zoo in power-up form. That would be very disturbing. Alex Orbidia, I'm so sorry for butchering your name, says Frog Mario. We touched on this earlier. I'm a big fan of Frog Mario. I would love to see that, especially because it's been ignored for years. So. Trying to think of any other power-ups. Someone asked, will Yoshi get his power-ups? Like, where he has, like, the hot pepper that turns him on fire, basically, and can, like, you know, run across water.
Oh, I forgot a Dash Pepper. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking through some power-ups right now.
Oh, Shal Mukhtar, sorry if I get from mispronouncing it, says... in the Bowser Jr. short for the Mario Galaxy movie is playing music like the Boulder Gust music. Wait, what short are you talking about? You mean the Game Awards scene? Was there Boulder Gust music? I didn't catch that. If so,
I definitely did not catch it either.
That's interesting. The Double Cherry. Double Cherry could be interesting, but it might.
I love Double Cherry.
Yeah, it's a fun one. So you could have fun with that, but also could be very confusing.
Yeah, right. Like then there is that how Wario becomes to be? Like Mario creates
Demented
himself with Double Cherry, and then he
Cherry.
gets kidnapped by Bowser Jr.
That'd be pretty funny.
Oh, Master Sword's on this list, but that's from Super Mario Maker 2.
Oh, right. There's no way. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the metal cap. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Like for Metal Mario.
Yeah, there's Metal Mario, Invisible Mario, Wing Cap Mario. Though that wouldn't make any sense, but they have the Tanuki suit already. Yeah, B Mushroom. And yeah, B Mario again, that's another redundant one. What can B Mario do
It is.
that Tanuki Mario can't? Except look different, which might be enough. It could be the whole Star Wars thing where they introduce new costumes just to sell toys of it, right?
Yeah.
So
Merchandising.
Ronald says Honey Queen. I did see someone point out that one of the
Oh.
islands you can see in the logo, I believe, does appear to be the honey. It could be the Honey Bee location from the first Galaxy game. So we could possibly see her appear as a character. I wouldn't be surprised. She's a pretty iconic Mario Galaxy character, and maybe that's a deep cut that
I mean that is a deep cut, and
It
she's
kind
in
of
Mario
is.
Kart what? Mario Kart 7?
she is, and and she got cut out of 8, so and World. What about Super Cap? What's Super Cap?
Super Cap. What is I'm looking through the list right now. What is Super Cap?
No, I don't remember that. You may have to remind us. There's also Cappy, but I don't think Cappy's gonna appear here.
No Cappy.
Yeah.
Super Acorn, I see.
Super. Oh, yeah. I mean, I always
Super
have
Acorn's just like Tanuki, though,
It is.
right?
It's a weaker Tanuki. Yeah, exactly. Trying to think of what other power ups. What? How about from 3D World? Is there any others from like
I mean, the big one from 3D World is the Double Cherry.
Yeah, they've already done the cat one, of course. So yeah.
Those are the two big. What else is big in 3D World? Wait, what about did they add any new ones to Bowser's Fury?
No, I don't think so. Oh, Boomerang.
Or was it just the giant? Oh, it was Boomerang. Okay.
Yeah. Which a Lucky Bell. Well, that's the cat suit, right? The weird thing is with the cat,
maybe
with the cat
the
Mario,
big one they're talking about.
could be the big one. Yeah, the interesting thing with the cat Mario is we never actually saw the power up itself in the first movie. They never actually showed it. We just see Mario get it. We don't see what.
Oh,
it was.
yeah. Okay, so the ones in 3D World, besides Super Bell, which is cat, Double Cherry, Cannon Box, and Light Box. Cannon Box, I think you get when you're on the train
Yeah.
battle, like, and then
Yeah,
the Light
those aren't
Box is-
appearing. We're not seeing
Yeah, it's
powers
like,
that
no.
cover Mario's face. That's not going to happen. So, and they already have fireballs to illuminate the environment around them.
Yeah.
Which again, we don't bring up the image again real quick. I just love this image. Can we just like
It
talk
is-
about how good
it's
this
so
image
cool.
is? It looks so good. I just love seeing Mario and Luigi working together and seeing them in like the fire form, like in that classic, that goes all the way back to the original Super Mario Brothers. Like it's so cool seeing Luigi in that classic color scheme now in movie form. And the same thing with Mario too, but we've not seen either of them in
No.
fire form yet. So
I just love seeing their stitching too. It reminds me of when Mario kind of looked realistic in Brawl, when Sakurai went full detailed on the
you're right.
characters.
Totally.
So, Andre, and you said we didn't see Fire Mario in the first movie. I can't remember what power up does he get when Donkey Kong gets the fire up power up.
Mushroom.
He gets
Oh,
mushroom.
sorry. Hold on. Yeah, he gets a mushroom and then he gets the Tanuki suit at the end.
That's what happens. Okay.
I'm pretty sure he had the mushroom at that point. Yeah. I think he eats it. But yeah, it was fun seeing Donkey Kong actually in fire form. Someone actually asked about Donkey earlier. Let me see if I can find that comment. Oh, Mark Roja's official asks, what's your opinion on the upcoming Donkey Kong movie in the works? So this is only rumored, to be clear, not confirmed at all. But I think it's very likely and also helps explain why he's not in this movie. And the thing, honestly, not to go off tangent or off topic too much, I would love for the Donkey Kong movie to be a prequel. Because then you can have them meet Diddy, see how they meet each other, and you can also have King K. Rool be like an invading force in the movie, and that would explain why they had to form the Kong army.
Yeah,
we don't know why that exists. Like, were there wars between the Toads and Kongs earlier? Kremlings would make more sense, right? So I would love if it is a prequel that sets all that up. So
I'm on board with the prequel, like you said, him meeting up with Diddy Kong. I mean, it would definitely explain a little bit more of the relationship between Cranky Kong and Donkey Kong, because it seemed like Donkey Kong always wanted like his dad's like opinion or just like
approval,
approval. Yeah, exactly. Like he's just like, "Hey, Dad, do you see what I'm doing? Does this look cool?" Like he even says that does in the first movie.
He
Like he's like
does.
moving his pecs. He's like, "Hi, Dad." He's like, "Stop that! Don't do that."
I really like that dynamic, and also how it tied into Mario and his own dad's relationship too. You know, when they had that slight bonding moment over that. Maria says that image is fire. It literally is fire. Yes, it's so
It
good.
is.
And I guarantee we're going to see that in the trailer. I think we're going to see this exact sequence and what happens there. So, all right. Is there anything, chat, anything else we need to touch on? Oh, actually, that's a good one. Apez, will Charles Martinet return? Man. If he does, I
I
don't think
don't
we
think
see it in this
so.
trailer. But yeah, well, it depends
Well,
entirely.
it's weird because we have what's his name, Afghani, right? Isn't his name
Kevin Afghani, yeah.
Afghani? Yeah, replaced the role of Mario. So, and I don't think he's that big of a household name, obviously, like Charles Martinet. But
No.
it's weird, like because does he cross over? Like because he is done as Mario, and it would be
I
weird to bring him back
I
for
think there's
this.
0% chance of Kevin appearing in the movie. 50% chance of Charles. I mean, I think it depends entirely on whether Mario's dad appears here or not. If Mario's
Yeah,
dad is here, Charles is back. If he's not, then he won't be. And I think it'd be a little sad. I would love for Charles to be back and, you know, voice something official again because he hasn't voiced anything, I think, since the Mario movie. That was his last official project.
yeah.
And it would be nice to hear him back again, especially because I do want, you know, I hope they don't abandon the Brooklyn setting. You know, they don't need to, it doesn't need to be a big focus, but I would love if they kept the relationship with Mario and Luigi's family going, you know, and seeing how, you know, we haven't really seen how it's evolved since the climax of the first film. So it'll be fun to see what that dynamic is. But they did tease Mario and Luigi going back to Brooklyn at the end of the first movie.
Yeah.
And presumably it would be sad if they didn't because their family is there. So it'd be really nice to see that relationship continue to evolve.
On top of that, it'd be cool to see like Brooklyn being reconstructed because obviously
Oh
Bowser and his
yeah.
army go through and it
How
gets
many
completely
people? How many
destroyed.
people did Bowser kill? Like Bowser was
Yeah.
a mass murderer. Like he killed like thousands. You know, like it's in a city block of Brooklyn. How many people are living there? Thousands of
Yeah.
people. Like Jesus.
Yeah, so it'd be cool to see their relationship back with their parents or their family back in Brooklyn, and just obviously, like I said, the reconstruction of Brooklyn because
Yeah.
again, Bowser just destroyed like miles of construction.
Bowser might have taken out the Freedom Tower. You know, after they rebuilt that, it's out again. It's like, geez, Bowser, calm down there, buddy. New York's been through so much.
Yeah. He did it in both movies, I guess.
Yeah. Oh man. You're right. Because he made them disappear in the live
Yeah,
action
he
one.
destroys them in the first movie. Yeah,
What is
I
Bowser's
like.
beef with New York? Oh my God, Sporty Lizard's laughing right now in the chat. Good question, says Mario, or says Maria. So, Go Play asks, will the Prowler sound effect make a comeback with the second movie? Sorry, what was a Prowler? Is
So
that?
the Prowler, if you're familiar with Into the Spider-Verse, like the 3D animated Spider-Man
Oh, did
movies
they
made by
use that
Sony.
sound again in?
So yeah, when you see the Prowler, which is Miles' uncle, it makes like I can't make the sound right now because it's so unique.
Yeah.
It's almost like haunting or like I don't know how to describe it. Chat, help me describe it. But when they show Bowser Jr., it plays the Prowler song or music or whatever the sound that is associated with the Prowler.
Oh, that's interesting. I think I remember hearing about that, but I didn't make the connection myself. That second Spider-Man movie just kind of left my head immediately. Like I forgot.
Oh really?
Yeah, it didn't stick with me. I thought the
Like
first
there's so
one was
many
better.
characters.
Well, maybe that also like it was literally half a movie. You know, like like literally
Yeah.
didn't end properly. I'm like, I need a climax for it to stick. You know, and we're still years away from the next one. So in any case, now we're getting off topic. Maria says maybe Brooklyn might appear during flashbacks. Yeah, maybe. That's a possibility.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see the relationship with the Mario Brothers family or the Mario. It's the Mario family, right? Like
Oh,
that's.
yeah.
Do we have a last name? It's
We
just the Mario
don't. We
family.
don't.
We
So
don't have a last name.
I would love if they confirm it's still Mario, like in the first live action film. I want that because it also helps explain why it's called Super Mario Brothers Plumbing again, right? So I want them to.
Yeah.
I hope they address that. So Nick, I'm actually going back. I'm backtracking. Before I said 50-50 chance of Charles appearing, I'm going all in. 100% chance Charles is back because the more I think, the more I'm confident that Mario's family is back too. I think they're all back.
Yeah.
Especially given the Yoshi connection of him seemingly being in New York at the start of the movie. At the end of the first movie, and I would assume into the second. I think it'd be a lot of fun seeing the family interact with Yoshi. So I think they're all back.
Yeah, and it being Yoshi being with the family too, I could see a dynamic where like Mario's mom's feeding Yoshi mushrooms and being like, "Oh, why can't you be like this little creature? He loves the mushrooms." And Mario's like, "I don't love mushrooms, Mom.
Yeah.
Just give him to the little
Leave me
green
alone,
thing."
Mom.
Yeah.
That'd be
But
awesome.
no,
Yeah.
speaking of like the Mario Bros. Last name, that's one of my favorite scenes from the '90s Mario
That's a fun
movie,
one.
where they're getting arrested, they're in prison, and they're like, "What's your name, Mario? What's your last name, Mario? What's your name, Luigi? What's your last name,
Okay.
Mario? So how many Marios do we have here?" It's like, well, there's Mario, and then there's Luigi Mario.
That was honestly a classic scene. So if they just recreated that, if Martin Luther get arrested at some point, just recreate that scene word for word, I'm so there for it. That'd be great.
There's no chance they reference that movie in this, right? Like, there's no chance.
Probably not. But I honestly never thought they'd ever reference a Super Show when they did. So it's not
Oh, I mean
impossible.
that is true. Okay, that is crazy. They referenced the Super Show. So if they did that, there's a slight chance they could reference the original movie.
Slight chance, yeah. And if it's through the last name connection, I'm cool with that. So
Yeah.
Gavin says Yoshi about to swallow Toad. That'd be pretty funny. Oh yeah, he mistakes Toad for a mushroom. Oh my
Oh,
god.
wait, that's the connection.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
I
perfect.
love it. That'd be great. That's a good one. Great idea. All right. Alex says if Mario and Luigi's family show up, then hopefully Daisy too. I don't know what the connection is there, but sure, I'm down for it. I want Daisy to appear. So J. Oh, actually, good point. Right, J to the P. You guys need names I can pronounce easier, okay? J to the PM Morno says Yoshi's Oat Spice bottle was Brooklyn bound. So yeah, that basically does confirm it, seemingly.
Yeah.
Although oddly enough, that Yoshi scent has not reappeared. Since the initial leak, whereas other ones have. In any case, I assume it's still true, where there does seem to be a Yoshi connection to Brooklyn, as we've inferred, which would, again, suggest that Mario's family probably is back. So, I mean, maybe, and I wonder if they could confirm that here. You know, they did announce Charles Martinet as one of the voices way back with the first movie in the initial direct. I do wonder if maybe they could say that here this time again as well, you know, because we don't have the full cast reveal yet.
Yeah, we still don't.
Yeah.
There's no chance they bring back Donkey Kong then, right? Like, there's no chance.
I mean, I don't want to say there's no chance, but I do think it's unlikely. I don't think we need necessarily DK, and that'll be a lot of characters on top of the new ones we don't even know about yet. And I think also like having a bit of a break for DK might be good to set up his own
Yeah.
spin-off movie. So especially if that X comes between before Mario movie 3, of which there almost certainly will be one, unless this movie bombs for some reason. So
How soon do you think we get Mario movie 3? If we're getting, I guess, Mario movie 2, 2026, 2027 Zelda, 2028
DK,
Donkey Kong?
yeah, I would say at that point probably 2030 for Mario movie 3. Maybe I
Wow,
mean
that's
maybe they can stick to a 3-year time cycle and have it come in 2029. I think 2030 makes sense though, but
yeah.
I don't know they have the capacity to work on two Mario adjacent projects, at the same time while retaining the same 3-year pace from Mario, while also working on their own other films too. So yeah,
And I think that's a long enough gap between people not recognizing the Donkey Kong movie as a Mario movie.
yeah,
And it's like, oh, we saw Mario movie 2 how many years ago? And then 2030, it's like, wow, we haven't seen a Mario movie in such a long time.
yeah. That's a good point. Exactly. So and there's so many Kong characters they can pull from too. Like the old
Yeah.
DK64 cast. You have Candy Kong. You already have the existing Kongs. Diddy and Dixie, who had brief cameos in the first one. Yeah, there's a lot you can do just with the Kongs alone. Oh, another reason why I wanted it to be a prequel, Nick, is it could take place in a time where they haven't fully like mastered their anti-gravity car technology, and which I think you could give it more that natural jungle flair too. So
Well, and that would make sense to have as a prequel, and on top of that, have a lot more mine carts in it. Because
yeah,
that could be the precursor to them actually
good
getting
point.
figuring out the
Yes,
carts.
that's a good one. I like that idea. Yeah, absolutely. That would all tie together, Nick.
Yeah.
Put a little bow on all this Mario and DK lore. So. Multi-types says, can you do a poll soon? Like maybe a poll asking whether Waluigi would be in the movie. All right, sure, why not? Well, Waluigi, I'm doing a poll, guys. We already asked about Wario. Will Waluigi be in the film? I'll be honest. I think even if Wario's here, I think there's low chance Waluigi makes into this one. But then
Andre
again,
Dreadflame 51 says, "Do you think this film has any chance of being Oscar nominated?" No.
only for animated movie, the animated movie
Yeah.
category, zero chance it ends up in anything else. So, was the first film even nominated for animated? I think.
I don't even Was the first film 2023. I'm trying to think what
Yeah,
other films came out that year. At least animated films.
I'm checking right now. The first film did not receive any Oscar nominations. So yeah, so
Wow.
again, small chance at animated. maybe this movie will blow everyone away, and even the critics who demand every anime movie be like a Pixar tearjerker. But I doubt that. So, will Toadsworth
Wait,
be in the
Andre, for
movie?
your poll,
No.
which one's yes and which one's no?
Oh, did I screw up? Oh, I screwed up.
I like it though. I
I'm
like how you
sorry.
have it
That's pretty
worded.
funny. I mean, it kind of supports my point. So I said, well,
Yeah.
Waluigi be the film. The options are Wario and Waluigi. Wario is winning with 82% versus Waluigi 18%. That is honestly a better poll than we could have ever gotten from the
Yeah.
other one. I'm going to do the normal one anyway. Well, that's what happens when I'm talking and typing at the same time. Will Waluigi be in the film? Okay. Yes. No, there we go. That was hilarious. That was the best poll I could ever imagine.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. What about Super Paper Mario reference? I don't even know. What would you even reference for that movie? 0% chance. No
Mario
way.
picks up a piece of paper that has a letter on it, and then maybe there's a sticker of Mario, Paper Mario
Well,
on
and
it.
it's
Like,
not- right,
I have no idea how
I
you
would say a
reference
Paper
it.
Mario reference is more likely than a Super Paper Mario reference. Like, I don't even know what you would
Okay.
reference specifically, but even Paper Mario I think is a stretch. So, what do I think of Mario's last name being Jumpio? I hate it. I don't want that.
Wait, is that a thing?
I hope not.
I never heard that.
Okay, the poll results so far are pretty similar, with 24% of people saying yes, he will appear, being Waluigi, and 76% saying no, Waluigi will not appear. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on team no. Not because I don't want Waluigi here, but because I don't know where you fit him.
That'd be-
I
I mean,
don't understand.
That's 2 more characters on top of everyone else. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, for them both to appear. Chat. Any other topics or questions you have that we need to talk about that we haven't already? I feel like we've covered almost everything we can so far.
Yeah.
We've been streaming for almost an hour and a half, as long as the actual movie itself might be. Which, by the way, I hope it ends up being a little bit longer than the first one.
Yeah, I
it doesn't
hope
have to be
so, too.
I mean, like even just 10 minutes, that'd be amazing. So.
Yeah, at points the first movie just feels like it's going at breakneck speeds. Like next thing you know, we're at the Donkey Kong Country. Next thing you know, we're on Rainbow Road. Next thing you know, we're in Brooklyn. Like it's just one scene after another.
I don't think Toadsworth will appear in the movie multi-type. I think they purposely Toadsworth is dead. Okay, he's gone. He's
Yeah.
buried. He ain't coming back. Apez says, "Is there a Yoshi? Or sorry, is there a reason Yoshi is the green? Sorry, is there a reason Yoshi is the only green Yoshi we see? That's a good one. Because we see a bunch of Yoshis in the first one. No green ones though. Do you think there's a reason why we see why this is the only green one?
For marketing purposes, I
Yeah,
think.
that's
I think obviously like that's the simple answer. I think it's everyone knows Yoshi as the green Yoshi, even though we know Yoshi has multiple different colors in the species. Like everyone knows the Yoshi as green.
Right. Ratchet says, will it be a 2-parter? I didn't even think about that. Could they go the Spider-Man route? Just have it end abruptly and tease it? I think it'll be a fully self-contained movie. I will say, though, I think it'll have a stronger post-credit scene than the first movie did. I think they're going to go all in on like what Sonic has been doing. Like that's, in particular for me, that first Sonic post-credit scene with Tails, like I thought that was awesome. And
Yeah.
I think they'll do something more like that here. The Yoshi one wasn't it, but I think they'll do something better here, so...
Yeah, just like you said with Sonic, each post-credit scene has gotten better and better. Obviously, I was most hyped for Shadow, but I'm saying like the last one with the production of having Amy and Metal Sonic there, I'm like, this is awesome. Like I did not see 2 characters coming out of this.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't either. That was a surprise. Gavin says, did we talk about Lubba? We did. I don't know if Lubba appears or not. Honestly, my gut reaction is no. I don't think Lubba will exist in this movie. I could be wrong. But, I mean, the thing is, we haven't even seen Mario in space yet, so maybe that is how he gets around.
Yeah.
We don't know. Anything's possible, so...
On the Mario ship.
Such a weird ship. A face ship. Alright, let's see. Anything else in the chat? Lakitu should be... Oh! DK says Lakitu, he should appear as well. I actually agree with that. Lakitu is the only enemy from Super Mario Brothers to not appear in the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, everyone else did. Except, wait, yeah, because even Hammer Bros appeared, I believed. So I'm pretty sure Lakitu is the only one to not appear. His Spinies appeared, but not Lakitu himself. So
that is kind of crazy to think about because Lakitu has been in so many Mario games. Lakitu, I'm thinking the right character, right? Lakitu holds up the sign for Mario Kart as well.
He's a guy in the cloud.
Yeah, it's like it's like how they can easily fit Lakitu anywhere in this movie.
Totally. Yeah, he's a turtle too, isn't he? So like, it's a where was he in the first movie? Slacking off, Slackatu. Jeez. J to the PM Mario says Thwomp isn't in the movies yet either. I want Thwomp. I love Thwomps. I've always liked I always liked how they're portrayed in the Mario cartoons as well. I mean, granted, in a general sense, they're kind of useless because they're just like stationary dudes, right? By
Yeah.
and large. I still think they're cool. I would love to see a Thwomp here. It's like maybe if like Bowser has like a proper castle or something, we could see them there, I suppose. But
I think that could add for some like comedic purposes. Like Luigi almost gets killed by one, and then he realizes that it's only stationary. He's like, "This is just your job." He's like, "Yeah, I just go up and down."
like how do Thwomps even eat?
Yeah.
Do they forage for materials or something? Alex is Captain Syrup from the Wario Wii game, Wario Land Shake It. I don't think so. I don't think. But that's not a human. You have to explain where they came from again.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Every human now they have to explain like why. Why are you a human in this universe, right? So, let's see. Anything else? Do you think the third movie will be about the Mario and Luigi series? I don't think any of the Mario movies will be about the Mario and Luigi series. They could take elements
Yeah,
from
I don't
them,
think so
but I don't
either.
think we ever strictly like. I don't think we ever see the Bean People. I don't think we ever see what's his name? Falafel? What's that guy's name? The little green guy?
What?
Falafel,
Yeah,
actually.
I'm thinking
I was
the green
close.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
from
Falafel.
from the first one.
Yeah. I could be wrong. Could be fun. He could be a fun character, so
Yeah, I don't even know what you name the next movie after this. You just call it the Super Mario Wonder movie.
yeah. I don't even know.
The
Mario
Super
Galaxy
Mario Sunshine movie. Yeah, the Super Mario Galaxy movie 2.
Yeah,
Or
right.
the Super Mario Galaxy 2
2 movie.
movie.
Super Mario movie 3D movie. I don't know. Yeah, who knows? Like I never
Just
expected
a
them to
bunch of
actually
numbers.
I never expected them to make one strictly about Galaxy, especially in the title.
Yeah.
So, especially this early. So who knows? Like, could be Odyssey, but I mean, they could use a name without even going into the game's lore necessarily. But I don't know. So,
The
should
Super
Loomis-
Mario Adventure movie. I'm just thinking of random things.
I
Go
mean, that
ahead.
works. J to the PM asks, since Loomis have mouths, would Piantas have mouths in the movies? Oh, I guess they don't in the games, do they? Never thought
I
about
don't
that.
think so.
But yeah,
I just assume they do because they talk.
talk,
So
yeah.
they'll
They
be like,
got-
"Oh,
Like, yeah, it's like one's in the room with me. Jesus. They would definitely have mouths in the movie. Yes, lock it in.
yeah.
Daniel says prediction in this movie: Bowser starts out tiny, but will eventually become a giant threat, like in Mario Galaxy 2. Yeah, that actually makes sense. That actually does kind of tie into the size changing thing. But that gets back to your idea, Nick, of him turning into Fury Bowser at the end.
Yeah.
So, the Super Mario Paint movie, I'm there for it. Yes. Could be. Picture says could be world. Yeah, I mean they could go world, but then is that a step back from Galaxy? That's why it's so weird they went right to Galaxy because
It's so weird.
you
They
can't
went
really
right
make a
to
Mario
here.
World Galaxy or Mario World movie now. So, anyways, movie says the ending with the Lumas sacrificing themselves in the black hole, like from Mario Galaxy game. We touched on that earlier. Yeah, that'd be very sad. Yes, cat quacks would appear. Cat quacks, yeah, I'm down for cat quacks.
I don't like getting hit by them, but I do like them.
Sporty Lizard says, yeah, exactly. Sporty Lizard says the Super Mario RPG movie. Honestly, I will love this.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
More for yes, what I like about this is two things. One, it introduces a totally new villain, like totally outside of Bowser's realm, which then forces Bowser to work with Mario. Like I think that's always fun. When you see the villains have to work
Yeah.
together, like DBZ did this a lot, of course. I will love if that's what happened here. Because I think that'd be a really fun dynamic if you give them some reason where they have to work together, like uneasy allies, and that could be a great premise for the third movie. But how many times can you play out Mario versus Bowser? Like they've done that so many times in the games. It's gonna run out of steam eventually, and that's how you change it up for the third one.
Yeah, I think that's the way you go for the third one. Exactly how you said it, Andre. Like Super Mario RPG style. Obviously, I don't think it would be called like the Super Mario RPG movie.
No.
For multiple reasons,
Yeah.
but yeah, seeing them work side by side would be a cool.
Not
cool
the least
aspect.
reasons of which is SquareSoft being a pain in
Yeah.
the butt when it comes to copyright
Exactly.
usage. So, Apez says the movie should end with Bowser losing his memory, leading into Superstar Saga movie against Cacaletta and Lawful or what's his name again? Whatever it is.
Falafel. I'm just saying that.
Where he's teamed up with people, or you can introduce Geno here to RPG. Again, I don't think they can go the RPG route.
Yeah.
I don't hate the idea, but I do like Geno, so whatever it takes to get Geno in. Falafel, thank you. Yes, there it is. If they want to do a Mario Party movie or Mario Kart movie, they should have it turn into a TV show or something. That work better. I can't see Mario Party as a movie.
I
Or
can't see it either. A whole it would be almost like a game show thing, I
yeah,
would see, and then the game show host would be evil.
I could
They
see
would probably have to
Kurt.
go that route.
Kurt maybe as like a Mad Max or like a speed racer type thing. You can
Yeah.
have like plot arcs over that, but falafel exactly the pivot. You get it. Super Mario Multiverse. That'll be a game first before a movie. The Wii Sports movie. Oh my god. All right, Nick. Any final ideas or thoughts about the Mario Galaxy movie direct coming up in 2 days on freaking Sunday? I was hoping to have a whole weekend, but no, gotta work on Sunday, which is fine. I'm happy to cover this. But Nick, yeah, what's your hype at, and any final thoughts on what you're expecting?
I'm hype. I'm at like an 8 right now, just because I'm excited to see this movie. I love the first movie, but what else I expecting to see? I don't think too much else besides like everything else we covered today. I think they'll give us a general idea of what else we're going to see in the movie. Obviously, I think we'll see Yoshi here and maybe one other character, maybe another location we'll see in the movie. But I think they're going to keep it pretty straightforward, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. Like, it feels like we both know a lot and not really at the same
Yeah.
time. Like, we know a lot of the pieces, we don't know how they all fit together. So I'm excited to see just how more about that. How do these pieces fit together? What is the character dynamics here? What is going on with Bowser and Bowser Jr.? Will we see Bowser's
Yeah.
ex-wife? Yeah, I'm really just excited. Like, I don't even know, and that's awesome. It's always fun not knowing what's going to happen. And I'm stoked. So we will be here at 6 a.m. Pacific time, 8 a.m. my
Yeah.
time. Luckily, 9 a.m. for you, Nick. Even better for you.
Yep.
Nick over there. And I can't wait to watch it with all of you because it'll be fun. It'll be exciting. And yeah, I can't wait. And we'll be covering it afterward as well, I'm sure. So should be a blast. Nick, any final thoughts? What's your hype level at? 1 to 10.
I'm at an 8. My final thoughts are, when is that direct coming? After this, like the first
Nintendo
direct of the
Direct,
year.
yeah.
Because obviously, again, this is so weird that it's on a Sunday, and I can't remember the last weekend direct we got. Maybe it was like a Pokemon Presents,
Must've
but
been
it's been
years ago.
forever, it feels
Yeah.
like.
It does. I don't remember the last one, especially from Nintendo, besides Pokemon. So, yeah, I'd say right now I'm also at an 8, but I can guarantee I'll be at a 10 as we
Yeah.
approach. Because I love the Mario movie. I can't wait for the Mario Galaxy movie, and I'm excited to see more. So people in the chat are at 10. Screw. I'm at a 10 too. Screw it. I'm at a 10. Full on. I'm
Pump
full
it
hype.
up.
I said before, this is the thing I'm most excited for about Nintendo's future right now, and that still stands. So I think it's just I haven't had time to fully process, but I'm in work mode ever since this was
Yeah.
announced. But I'm so hyped. I can't wait. I'm so stoked to be there. We'll be starting the stream early, by the way, probably an hour early. So if you want to hear more dumb ideas from us, stay tuned for that. Otherwise, yeah, we'll catch you on Sunday morning, everyone, at 8 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific for our take and live reaction to the Mario Galaxy movie direct. Should be a lot of fun. Real quick, Gavin says Kamek should have a bigger role. I'm a big fan of Kamek. Yes, he does. He deserves a bigger role as well.
Yeah.
Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here with us. We hope you have a good weekend, and we'll see you on Sunday for the Mario Galaxy movie direct. Bye, everyone.